New York City is known for many things, including being one of the greatest cities in the world and having this smoke that always comes out of the sewers that nobody knows what it is. But they are also known for some of the best pizza that money can buy. And as a professional dumbass who was always curiously hungry, I had to go live on the scene to test it for myself. So today I'm going into the 10 highest rated pizza shops in the Big Apple, eating their pizza, rating their pizza, and seeing which pizza is the best pizza. Finally, a video where I'm not eating myself to death. Hey everyone, it's me here from the future. Not true at all. So you might have a few questions right now, like what makes New York style pizza so special? What are the judging criteria for this competition? How did you choose the 10 best pizza spots? And where is your sock that mysteriously vanished in the laundry the other day? Well, first, a New York style pizza is a large thin crust pie that's crispy on the edges and foldable in the center. The crust has a slight char to make the pizza sturdy enough to fold in half while eating. The tomato sauce is sweet and has minimal herbs, and there is a generous amount of mozzarella cheese. Second, what are the judging criteria for the pizzas you're about to delete? I'm glad you asked that question that I asked you. There are 7 judging criteria for this pizza competition for a score out of 100 possible points. Taste will be 25% of the total score because I gotta like what I eat. Crust is arguably the most important component of New York style pizza, so that will also be 25%. Sauce and cheese will both be 15%. Quality of the pizza is going to be 10%. And a pizza spot can squeak up to 5 more points each for how good it looks and how authentic it is. And lastly, there are over 1,900 pizza places in New York City, and choosing the 10 wasn't very easy. So to get the very best 10, I sourced information from countless articles. Okay, I read like 3, but that's a lot of articles for me. Reviews from food experts, and Dave Portnoy's One Bite, where he scores how good pizzas are all over the country. I also asked some friends in the city what they thought of my list, and they said I didn't do so bad for a little small town canoe. And I'll reveal the 10 best pizza spots as we go along in the video, you know, for the plot. Bill came with me on this trip to help film me engorging pizza and also to act as my on-site medical supervisor and babysitter. And we flew from Cleveland to New York. Oh, whoa, what's that? Where's your sock that mysteriously vanished in the laundry the other day? Check your pillowcase. You're welcome. And we flew from Cleveland to New York. The biggest city in America now has the biggest idiot in it for the next 3 days. Bill and I were staying in Lower Manhattan in the financial district.
Wow, the big city. City that never sleeps, New York City.
Yeah, sorry, I might talk a lot like that in this video. We then headed out for our first of 10 pizza shops, and the best way to get around the city that never sleeps is by taking the subway. No, not that subway. This subway. They say every story has 2 sides, and well, every subway has 2 sides too.
Oh no, this train's going the wrong way. Not kidding.
And to start off this trip, we were on the wrong side. So we then went over to the right side. No, I think that was our subway right there. I think we were on the right side the first time. We finally got on the right subway and headed to the first pizza shop in the top 10, John's of Bleecker Street. It was founded in 1929 by Giovanni John Sasso. Now that's a name you want making your pizzas. And it's still family owned and operated today, like pretty much all the pizza spots in New York that are on this list. This place got a 9.3 from One Bite, tied for 5th all time, which is great news if you're me. One of the workers brought out our pizza, the John's Original, and holy cow, that pizza's about to lose a fight with my esophagus.
Hey, yo.
And also FYI, to keep the consistency across all 10 pizza shops I go to, I'm just gonna get a regular cheese pie. Nothing crazy. The phone eats first, and I wish it didn't because I'm fucking hungry, Bill. Please let me eat. It was then I was finally granted permission to eat. And yeah, I might not ever leave New York City because I was thinking to myself, dude, it's so fucking good.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
John's really nailed all the elements of a New York pizza. The char on the crust, the sweet tomato sauce, the generous mozzarella cheese, and all those elements balanced together quite nicely for a very well executed meal. How did that sound, by the way? Was that sophisticated enough? I've been going on like thesaurus.com. One thing I'm not sophisticated at doing is breathing. I always forget about breathing. And drinking water. That's kind of why I have a gallon jug here to track my water intake. Okay, never mind, not the point. But apparently I struggle to fold a pizza slice, which is how you're supposed to eat it. And Bill, of course, did it flawlessly every time. Since we're eating at a bunch of different pizza spots, the plan was to conserve my stomach and only have 1 to 2 slices per pizza shop. So that way, you know, I don't get too full the entire trip.
We just ate an entire pizza.
I'm hungry.
However, I aborted the plan and had the entire pizza basically to myself. That'll probably ruin my night later, but for now, that is future me's problem. Hey everyone, it's me here from the future again. You're such an idiot, current me. Bill, I think I ate too much pizza. Why didn't you stop me? I ate too much and you didn't stop me. Fortunately for current me, we'd be doing a lot of walking to get around this city. About a mile away was the second stop on this trip, Rubirosa. There is so much happening in New York City at all times. It is so unbelievably overstimulating. Rubirosa was founded in 2009 by AJ Papalardo, who worked at his dad's iconic pizza place in the New York City borough of Staten Island called Joe and Pat's. AJ tragically and unexpectedly passed away in 2015 at the age of 40, but his sister Maria still carries on the family legacy at Rubirosa, and he'll always be the heart and soul of that place. I heard this place is so good that heck, I'd wait an hour to get it. And I wish I didn't say that. Okay, so good news, we're at the second pizza spot. Bad news, it's an hour wait. We need to go kill some time. Bill saw a bunch of Christmas lights down there. Very like overly stimulated by like lights. Freaking iPad kid. There's a crack spoon right there. So let's get out of here and go see the lights. To kill some time, we walked around and stumbled upon Little Italy and one of the most iconic pizza shops in the world. The first ever pizza in New York City.
Let's
5
go.
minutes away.
We gotta go.
We have to go. Lombardi's. What's insane about this place is it's not on our list.
Well, it's not just pizza.
How do you know that? Oh. Although not in the top 10, Lombardi's is the first ever pizza shop in the United States, founded in 1905. So if you love pizza, you can thank this place. If you don't love pizza, you can f off. Pretty cool coming to Lombardi's, but I totally lost the plot because I wasn't supposed to have new pizza there, and I definitely had a slice or two. Not going good. Rubirosa's ready and we're still here. Bill's in the bathroom. We have 10 minutes to get there. That was 4 minutes ago. We have 6 minutes to get there. We gotta run. Bill and I briskly walked back to Rubirosa before we missed our reservation. Every place we went to, for the most part, did not have a lot of space, which is pretty difficult if you're a gargantuan freak like me. Their classic pizza recipe dates back to 1960, and you could really taste it in the flavors here. I will say the crust was a little too charred for my liking, but if you've had this pizza and you disagree with it, totally fine. My food opinions suck anyways. But the sauce really carried on this meal. It's a very nice pizza. Bill can still fold pizza slices. I still cannot. On to the next one. After accidentally stumbling upon Chinatown, even though the next place is in Chinatown, we got to the third spot and the final of day one, Scarr's. Scarr's was founded in 2016 on the Chinatown and Lower East Side border. We got to the storefront and picked up a slice of pizza from the front, brought it outside to eat entirely, and it was very good. But that's when we realized one big flaw in our process. Sliced pizza can sit out for up to 2 hours and is definitely not as fresh as made-to-order pizza.
You want to dine in?
So to do this competition and Scarr's right, we had to go inside and order our own fresh pizza. And yes, I had an entire slice of pizza again for absolutely no reason. Very on brand for me. After splitting the G on my Guinness glass, thank you very much to my 24% Irish heritage. I did it. I did it. We finally got our fresh pizza pie, and it made a world of difference at Scarr's. Like, don't get me wrong, the slices are good, but I don't just want a little taste. I want the whole load. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Bill himself thought he was going to have only a slice or two of pizza per day, but I think I'm the first person to coin the term food peer pressure, because he didn't do that. They say crust is the most important component of a New York style pizza, and let me tell you guys, this is the best crust I've had so far in this competition. And speaking of Scarr's, I had so much pizza today, I might have one on my stomach after this whole thing is over. 3 down, 7 to go. Sweet. It's no secret that the 3 spots we went to so far deserve to be on the top 10 list, but will any of them win this competition? I'm not going to tell you right now. You got to watch to the end of the video. And don't click ahead, you cowards. Do you know what do they do there? Do you know what they serve?
No, not sure. Do you know?
No, I just wish they would make it like obvious as to what they serve there. I think it just needs to be a little less vague. On our way back to the hotel, Bill and I then continued our stumbling upon trend and went past a place called Ping Pod, where you can reserve ping pong table spaces for a fee. Yeah, door unlocked. Oh. We just walked by a ping pong place and we're like, that'd be cool to play. And then like, in here, 3 minutes later. I usually kick Bill's ass in pickleball, so it only made sense that I do the exact same thing in a miniature version of it.
Oh, there's an animation for it.
And also, please don't comment that Bill's ping pong game looks like this in the comments, the trash. He's going to be very upset if you call it trash. Is it legal for that many guys to do that? It was time to get lost in the subway again. No, it showed us here before. We got it right. Don't worry, we got it right. We are
We'll get this wrong.
Go to the iconic New York City bar O'Hara's for a nightcap and get some good sleeps before going to 5 pizza shops in Brooklyn tomorrow for day 2 of this incredibly pointless competition. We woke up the next day at the ass crack of 9:35 a.m. to the entire city already moving for the past 5 hours, probably.
Working in the big city. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. New York City, where everyone's not sleeping. The land of opportunity, the Big Apple, the Big Hunches.
Since we didn't do a lot of exploring yesterday in New York City, we decided that we do that while heading towards the pizza shops for today in Brooklyn. One of the ways to get over to Brooklyn from where we are in Lower Manhattan is to cross the Brooklyn Bridge. The only issue with that is that you have to know where you are going in order to get to the Brooklyn Bridge, and we have perpetually been lost in this city. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it is not Bill's fault at all. He was following my lead. Now, maybe it is his fault for deciding to follow my lead.
I want to go home.
We then figured out where we were going. It really helps that bridges are really big and easy to see. After getting distracted by the previous montage, we found ourselves across the bridge in the Brooklyn neighborhood of Dumbo.
Professional dumbass takes on Dumbo.
Speaking of which, Brooklyn is way bigger than Manhattan is, so we caught the subway to go to our first pizza spot of the day, and we were on our way in the wrong direction.
We're literally going back to Manhattan right now.
Yeah, we walked for almost 2 hours just for the subway to take us back to Manhattan where we first started.
I'm from New York City. We're going on this one.
We finally were in the right area after a lot of walking, which made us extremely hungry. And the first pizza stop today is an iconic spot called Fara. It was founded in 1965 by the late Domenico DeMarco, an Italian immigrant who was a legendary pizza chef in New York. We put in an order for a pizza which had a 30-minute wait, and I really had to use the bathroom per usual. The workers told us that it was around the corner behind their kitchen. Wait till you see what we just found.
Bill, this might be the most seamless ad integration of all time. Do you know who's sponsoring this video?
No.
Gold Belly.
Have you ever wanted gourmet lobster mac and cheese, but you just so happen to not live in Maine? Or what about a decadent cheesecake from the legendary Junior's Cheesecake in New York City, but you just so happen to not be in New York City? Also, for this part, pretend that I'm not currently in New York City and could have just got myself a cheesecake. Well, Gold Belly can make that happen for you. They're an amazing site where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the United States, and they will ship it right to your door anywhere in the country. It is perfect for gifting and hosting to loved ones this holiday season, and since I was on a show for 2 seasons about the worst cooks in America, it's also good for me too. I recently got 2 items off of Gold Belly: the lobster mac and cheese from Hancock Gourmet Lobster Company and a red velvet cheesecake from Junior's Cheesecakes. My next order is going to be for my friends and family for the holiday season, but selfishly, I really wanted this to myself. The lobster mac and cheese was out of this world good.
Gold Belly, I'm requesting all my future meals from you from now on.
And I have absolutely no clue what red velvet is and probably never will, but this cheesecake was special.
I'm going to bathe in this tonight. I will bathe in it.
These are quality products you can't find in your local grocery store, and I've been in the grocery store one time, I think. So if you are looking for that perfect gift for everyone on your list or want to impress your friends and family with an epic meal and take the stress out of hosting this season, go to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code SIRYACHT. Thank you to Gold Belly for giving this licensed stooge an action plan for the holiday season, and now let's get back into the video. Fara is tied for the second best score of all time on one bite and is considered by many as the best slice in the city. So I'm guessing it's going to be a good slice of pizza. Unless my taste buds suck. They do. They might. Combining my lack of patience with the temperature of the just made pizza really was a bad decision for the roof of my mouth. So once the pizza cooled down, I was able to taste it. This is definitely one of, if not the best looking pizza I've had so far. And there's good reason for those keeping score at home that this pizza might win the entire thing. The crunch of the crust was superb and the cheese was so good I forgot what manners are. Just kidding, I never learned them. Also today, Bill was taking a much more measured approach and only had 1 slice. I cannot say the same thing as Bill.
All right, 1 down, 4 Brooklyn pizza spots to go. That's gonna be a tough one to beat. That was really freaking good.
We then took a lift to the second pizza spot of the day, another iconic Brooklyn staple, Luigi's. Founded in 1973 by Luigi Lanzo and run today by his son Giovanni. And if your name is Giovanni and your dad's name is Luigi and you're in the pizza business, I would love to have your pizza. This, like John's of Bleecker, is tied for 5th all time on one bite, and with good reason, because look at how aesthetically pleasing that pizza making is. However, I still haven't learned to let the pizza cool down for a few minutes clearly. I know I sound like Guy Fieri when he ranks something on Triple D, and I haven't said a lot of criticism so far, but these are the 10 best places out of 1,900 in the entire city of New York. And I'm not going to say anything bad about Luigi's because the flavor balance was spot on, the sauce had a nice tangy flavor,
Hey, whoa.
and the foldable crust, which I'm about as good at folding this as I am a fitted sheet, was damn near perfect as well. Luigi in the Mushroom Kingdom doesn't really do shit, but this Luigi is the man. Fun fact, if your business in New York City has fewer than 20 seats, you are not required by law to have a bathroom. If you're over 20, you do need a bathroom. The funny thing is, a lot of these pizza spots were under 20 seats by like 1 or 2 seats, so they didn't have a bathroom. And for a couple of big guys like us eating a lot of pizza, that combo does not particularly balance very well. So we walked into a grocery store for a bathroom, which they did not have, so we just didn't pee, which stinks. Anyways, we got back on the subway system, my favorite way to get lost. And in this next scene, I suddenly did not have to pee anymore. And no, I'm not going to tell you how I mysteriously didn't have to pee anymore. So let's just forget about that and move on. I'm totally going to butcher this next place, but for the third Brooklyn stop of the day, we went to a newer spot in the Williamsburg neighborhood called La Industrie. My sister is studying in France right now. I hope she's not watching this video. Whatever this place was called was founded in 2017, and I just found out they opened a location in Manhattan right by our hotel. That is brutal planning by me.
This supposedly is the best pizza in New York, so we'll see. I mean, every place says that.
We were also joined by the legend himself, my friend Hoodie Allen. Please, everybody, clap for Hoodie. His song American Pie is the outro for this channel.
I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high Q.
Hoodie joined us to have an Italian pie, and he can fold a slice too, which is bullshit because everyone else can do it flawlessly, and for some reason I can't. Bill thought this was the #1 slice we've had so far, but unfortunately for him, his opinion does not count in this video. I mean, maybe if he beat me in one game of ping pong or even kept it close. This is very good pizza. I mean, it has to be. It's on this list. The crust was a little too charred. The cheese was okay. It was a good pizza, but I don't think it was the best pizza I've had. If it was the only one I had when I was in New York City, I would have been over the moon on it. But since this is a very thick competition, I was comparing it to some titans in the industry. Damn it, I'm going to be the biggest pizza snob when I get back to Cleveland. Hoodie joined us for one more spot, Best Pizza, just down the road in Williamsburg. And this place was great, except for one thing. It's not on the list. But Hoodie wanted us to go here to get me a few extra reps to help me work on my folding technique. And yeah, that might have been a lost cause because I will never fold a pizza correctly for some reason. Moron! I will say Best Pizza was a very good pizza, and it probably should have been on this list. Oh well, nothing we can do about it now. Also, I had 2 slices from here, and that was a pretty stupid idea because we still have to go to 2 more places today. My stomach is only so big. It actually is very big, but it's still getting tested. We said goodbye to Hoodward, and before our next 2 spots, we stopped at an iconic dive bar in town called Alligator Lounge. Now, although this place is also not on our list, we had to come here because they have an unreal deal. For every drink you order at Alligator Lounge, you get a ticket to get a free personal pizza. What? And it wasn't the best pizza, or literally best pizza, but free pizza is amazing pizza in my book. So thank you to Alligator Lounge. I didn't see an alligator, by the way. I was really hoping to.
The only food that we've had in New York City besides pizza is a blueberry muffin. That's insane. They say nobody out pizzas the yacht, but I think I'm getting out pizzaed right now.
After deviating from the plot for a very long time, we finally got to the 4th spot of the day and the 7th overall, Chrissy's. Chrissy's was founded in late 2021, and I didn't realize this at the time, but the demand for this pizza is very high. And combining that with the limited production that Chrissy has makes it actually pretty difficult to get a pizza pie from this place. Fortunately, my dumb luck meter was running extremely high that day, and we managed to get a pie after waiting for around 30 minutes. But then my bad luck came back as I continued to try and eat pizza immediately after it was served to us and burned the absolute shit out of my mouth. The atmosphere in Chrissy's is super cool. They play like New York-based movies on this little TV, and it makes you really feel like you're a part of the city and you're in the city, which, crazy enough, we are in the city. The pizza itself, compared to the other competition, not my favorite. Not as flavorful as the other pizzas. The crust was more burnt than charred, but honestly, like, it's still pretty good. I still would delete it on any given day.
See, my mouth is on fire. I gotta stop eating right away.
Sometimes you'll see the rats. They're huge. They're like the size of a golden retriever. And they'll be running on the tracks and they'll hit the third rail. Boom. Explosion. Everyone gets covered. There's a special phone number you can call to clean up the golden retriever sized rats. It's a massacre.
Are you okay?
After Bill was talking crazy, as usual, I had a subway encounter with an incredibly positive New Yorker who loved my professional dumbass sweatshirt.
We only got one enemy, corporations. Let's back that shit up for real.
Surya.com, by the way, free merch blog. And we went to the final pizza shop of the day, which in fact is Hoodie Allen's favorite slice in New York, Lucali. We couldn't wait to get in, and we didn't have to, because waiting was not an option.
Are you serious?
It's roped off.
Okay, so we got the scoop. Roped off because it's a private party going all night until they close. Just talked to a lady who works outside. She said that we could do takeout, so we did that. However, it's not gonna be ready for another hour, so Bill and I have to figure out what to do in New York City for an hour. We do have to pee though, so let's go do that first. That'll probably take an hour.
So to kill some time, we did the only thing that we could think of in the area while waiting to have our 7th pizza of the day. Go to a Mexican restaurant to eat dinner. Look, I know you all are looking at me like in shock right now and like I have 3 heads, but we've had so much pizza that I've had pizza fatigue, and anything else apparently could fit in my stomach, including a giant margarita and a giant burrito.
La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar.
And finally, after negligently eating Mexican food and waiting over an hour, I got to try Lucali's pizza.
All the shit that we just went through.
It's mid.
For all that we just went through,
Yeah.
excellent.
Oh.
Good pizza.
And Hoodie was right. This damn near might be the best slice in all of New York City.
It's really good.
It's excellent pizza.
Yeah.
Arguably the best cheese, arguably the best crust, and arguably the best flavor balance out of all the pizza we had. This pizza is so good, I would have waited another 3 hours in the middle of the night to have it. And no, God, I am not serious by that. That is sarcasm. And that especially has to hold a lot of weight because we ate this after having 6 different pizzas earlier today. Some gastroenterologist back home in Cleveland is rubbing his hands together because of this video. I hope he watched them. Sorry, that was weird. I made it weird. Bill and I went back to our hotel, got another nightcap at O'Hara's before going to our 2 final pizza shops on the list and heading back home to Cleveland, Ohio tomorrow. If you've been pooping along to this video, you probably noticed that I haven't talked a lot about that. Poop. And that's because we're clogged. My stomach had more dough than Bambi on Tinder. I thought that was a pretty good joke. Plus, we were exhausted from all the walking we've done in the past 2 days. We had to do something about it.
Yes. New York City. City never sleeps, the land of opportunity. Everybody's busy. Everybody's working. Nobody's doing nothing.
So after doing another monologue and checking out of the hotel, Bill and I got another breakfast nearby, and that very well might have been the best damn omelet I've ever had. What? Oh, you thought that was going to solve my indigestion problems? No, it didn't.
Just when you need more bread.
Anyways, we went down to the subway on the correct side.
Can we get it right this time? Probably not. Don't you think we want to go that way?
Okay, now we're on the right side. And we went towards Joe's Pizza near Times Square. Now, if you've never been to Times Square, I have some advice for you. Don't do it. Don't go to Times Square. Times Square, in my opinion, is a bad representation of New York City. It is way too touristy, and other than having a lot of electronic billboards and people that want to scam you out of money, it's a dump.
New York City. City that never sleeps. Greatest city in the world. Everybody's working. Nobody's f***ing doing nothing.
And I was in the dumps because Joe's Pizza was closed for construction.
Are you serious?
So it looks like we came all this way for no reason. But that's when we used something called peripheral vision. And we saw there was another entrance to Joe's that was open. And it looks like we were just freaking out for no reason again.
Literally.
That's not looking good.
But yeah, never mind. That line is way too long to wait in. Of course, we picked the fucking Times Square location. But fortunately for us, Joe's has a location that's within walking distance of our hotel. And you might be thinking, hey, why did you guys just go there in the first place? I don't know. But on our way there, we took the subway correctly somehow. Just kidding. We had to go to 3 different stops before going to the right one. To a different pizza shop that I was really looking forward to going to, Ceres Pizza. It was founded in early 2025 by 2 former chefs from 11 Madison Park, which is a 3-star Michelin restaurant in New York City. This place has a 1-bite score of 9.2, which is tied for 11th all time. And this is also another place that's extremely hard to get a pizza from, and sometimes they run out of dough by 1 p.m. But my dumb luck meter must be running a 2-for-1 special this week because it was 1:30 and we had no problem putting in an order. And this pizza was $40. That doesn't make any sense, but I tell you what, it was worth every damn penny. Sorry, one of the other pizza spots must have been putting a hit on me. The light amounts of Parmesan on top of the baked-in cheese, the savory and sweet tomato sauce, the perfection of the crunch of the crust. Wow. Ceres, or whatever it's called, has a damn good shot of winning this whole thing. What is wrong with my throat?
Uno más. One more. Thank God.
We then actually went the correct way on the subway, and that was only because it was a 50-50 shot. And that last spot was finally Joe's Pizza, but the closer location that's not as crazy as the one at Times Square. This place is so iconic in New York that my parents actually named me after it. Just kidding, my dad has never been to New York City, and I'm pretty sure I was named after Jesus' father. Joe's Pizza was actually seen in the movie Spider-Man, and I know this because I can read, and it was at this very moment, after all the pizza consumption the past 3 days, after my training with Hoodie Allen, I was finally determined and confident to fold a pizza slice on my own.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, never mind. F it. But this pizza was top tier. The crust was not overly charred, the sauce was flavorful but balanced well with the cheese, and I had a nice cheese pull, so that might be some bonus points to Joe's. And sometimes you don't need to look up a bunch of adjectives on thesaurus.com for endless ways to describe a pizza. You can just say sometimes that it's a good pizza, and that's what Joe's Pizza was.
This is up there. But will it win? We'll find out.
Want a slice?
And after eating and judging the 10 best pizza shops in New York City, it's finally time to decide who's winning this whole thing. And also, just remember, these are the 10 best out of 1,900 possible in New York City. So if your favorite spot got 10th place, it's not because I hate it. There's just 10 and I have to choose one. Okay, anyways, let's do it. In 10th place with a score of 87.15 out of 100 is Chrissy's Pizza. In 9th with a score of 89 is Rubirosa. In 8th with a score of 90.75 is, however you say that, Laundry. Sorry. 7th place goes Luigi's with a score of 91.6. And to round off the first 5 and 6th place is Scarr's with a score of 92.45. And now here are the top 5 best pizza shops in New York City according to me. And oh my goodness, it was real close. In 5th with a score of 92.85, barely edging out Scarr's, is Joe's. Barely edging out Joe's with a score of 92.9. In 4th place is Fara. In 3rd place, right above Fara, is Ceres with a score of 93.95. And now for the top 2. The second best pizza in New York City according to this professional dumbass goes to John's on Bleecker Street, meaning the best pizza slice in New York City is the one I waited the longest for, but damn it, it was so worth it. Lucali. God, that pizza was so good. And if you disagree with any of these takes, like most of you typically do in all of these videos, make sure to voice your opinions and tell me how wrong I am. I can handle it, I promise. And also shout out to New York City. You know, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really have the greatest perception of it before really spending a lot of time there. And I tell you what, I really enjoyed the city. I cannot wait to get back. And may this kind of be a lesson to everybody to not judge a book by its cover or not judge a pizza by its box. Hey.
I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high Q. Oh my, I do. Just fly right through. We'll get high as the kite in the afternoon.
And I'll leave you with one final thought. Is the New York City subway system hard to get around, or am I just stupid? I'm probably just stupid.
You want to be in the YouTube video? Yeah. Okay, here you go. Hello, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.